How's it going, everybody? Jerome here, back bringing you guys another video in regards to Persona 5. In this video, I just want to talk about Persona 5, its domain names, and a little rumor that's been going around a couple weeks ago. And that rumor is about a Persona 5 fighting game. As we all know, the Persona name is actually not a stranger when it comes to it being in a fighting game. Persona 4 Arena released back on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 days, and it also included Persona 3 characters, Aegis, Akihiko, Mitsuru, and of course, Elizabeth. And it also included a totally new character named Labris. That game would later have a sequel called Persona 4 Arena The Ultimax, or Persona 4 Ultimax, however you guys want to say it. And then, of course, it was also included in the massive crossover that is Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. And as time passed, P5 was released, the domain names were revealed, the names overall got official releases and reveals, except for a few though. And as time passed, a lot of people started to speculate how a Persona 5 fighting game would look like. Considering that the Persona name, again, is no stranger when it comes to being a fighting game, and it was done by Team Blue all those years ago, are they going to be willing to go back to Team Blue and go to something sprite-based, or do something completely different? Basically, rumor has it that this quote-unquote Persona 5 fighting game that's happening, that's being made, is actually looking up to be on par with Team Red and their visuals. Now, if you guys don't know who Team Red is basically the team at Arc System Works that made the visuals and basically the entirety of the game of Dragon Ball FighterZ and Guilty Gear. And ever since Dragon Ball FighterZ was revealed and obviously released, it became a monumental success. Due to its visuals, due to it not being like in another arena fighter, it was actually on a 2D plane. It was a huge success. But with the success of Dragon Ball FighterZ, that's when Team Red skyrocketed. Now, a lot of developers want their game to look like Dragon Ball FighterZ. Get here. Because of how well Dragon Ball FighterZ came out visually, it looks like it was from the anime. So now Arc System Works / Team Red is gaining all this traction and popularity because of how well it did. Hell, even the new Kill la Kill game is taking mad advice from Arc System Works with how that new fighting game is coming out. And with the rumor basically saying that it's gonna take the route of Guilty Gear / Dragon Ball, I kinda believe it. But let me explain where I stand. Sprite-based games are extremely hard to pull off nowadays because there aren't a lot of pixel artists out there anymore, and it just takes a massive amount of money from that said company that is making a sprite-based fighting game. We are now in the age of 3D models, whether you like it or not. Companies have found it mad cheaper to do. Companies have found producing 3D models a lot more easier to do than pixel-based stuff. And rightfully so. Secondly, Persona 5 overall is gorgeous to look at. It is one of the best SMT games, if not the best looking SMT game that has been made in a very long time. And visuals alone will sell this game. If somebody has never heard of Persona overall and somebody recommends them Persona 5, they will look it up and they'll be like, oh wow, this game actually looks cool. Oh snap, you got stands because they're like a JoJo fan? That's cool, I'm willing to give it a shot. So off of looks alone, Persona 5 can literally sell. So in my personal opinion, I feel that if this Persona 5 fighting game is being made, they want to keep that aesthetic. Are they willing to go back to Team Blue to make a sprite-based game? Yes. But again, ever since Dragon Ball, everybody wants their game to look like that. Now, to clear the air for a couple of seconds, this rumor is saying that yes, a P5 fighting game is in the works, but it's taking the aesthetic of Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball. And if it's true, I could see that happening. But of course, we have to keep in mind about the domain names that Alice got for Persona 5. Back in 2017, there was a good chunk of Persona 5 domain names that were registered. We had P5AG, P5D, P5R, P5U, and I guess if you want to count PQ2, then by all means, alongside with Persona 8, 9, and 10. This was in 2017, and so far, P5D and RPQ2 were shown. I don't know what the hell AD is. Maybe that's gonna be like the anime or something, but I'm just gonna say right now, I don't think they showed anything off of that. And of course, we haven't heard anything in regards to P5U. And then they claimed even more domain names in 2018. We got Persona S, M, and B. They already showed off what S was, and that was the striker game, the Musou game basically. So in 2017, we haven't heard anything about the domain name of P5U at all. Is it the fighting game? I don't know. But with all that said and done, anybody can speculate whatever they want. In my personal opinion, I still think a P5 fighting game has a chance, but as I said many times, since everybody wants that Team Red, you know, good looking stuff, it's most likely in the back burner, because right now, Team Red's current game is Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and we don't even have that many characters, let alone information regarding the game. So they're still working on Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and I'm pretty sure with this upcoming EVO, we're gonna see probably 1 or 2 characters and possibly gameplay regarding big players over there. Somebody in the recent video stated that with BB Tag taking a Sunday final spot, sure it may get some reveal, but he basically said that it may just be there to pave the way for Grand Blue Fantasy Versus to get in the eyes of more people. And I could actually see that happening. But one question remains for a lot of people that may just ask. Do you think we'll see anything about it at EVO? No. Because one, we got Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and Arc System Works is not a huge ass company by any means necessary. It's not like Capcom. It's very, very small, and I'm pretty sure they grew as time passed after Dragon Ball, but there's no way they're going to show off a Persona 5 fighting game when Grand Blue is still taking priority right now. But who knows what's going to happen at this year's EVO. This year's EVO is weird as hell. Like, BB Tag taking the final spot, Under Night is on the main line, Sam Show was there, but that's all I really wanted to talk about right now. I wanted to make this video for a long ass time, ever since this rumor started. To end it off, I just want to repeat what I personally think. If this thing is happening, I could totally see it going the 3D route. One, especially because it's cheaper to do, and they want to keep that aesthetic of what Persona 5 has. And in order to grasp people who don't even play Persona, they would be like, wow, is this how the game really is? Oh snap, this character can do this character has lightning and wind attacks. Okay, maybe I'll give Persona a shot, because that's what P4A did. It was a Persona fighting game. Hardcore fans of the series, like myself, alongside being fans of playing fighting games, we were pulled into it. But then you had the people who never played a fighting game but got Persona 4 Arena. You know why? Because it was Persona 4. And I want to go through it. And then you had the fighting game people who never played Persona, and they play Persona 4 Arena, and they start liking the characters, and they're willing to give the RPG a shot. Like, it helps the title at the end of the day. But anyways, tell me what you guys think down below. I'll be back talking about more Persona 5 stuff as soon as they drop. My name is Jerome, and I will see you guys within the next video.